Hey Taurus, I need to share something with you that came through in this reading, and honestly, it is probably one of the most validating readings I have done in a while. So I just pulled cards asking about what is happening in your energy right now, specifically around someone in your life who is having a really hard time with the fact that you have changed. You have grown. You have become someone they can no longer manipulate or control. And Taurus, the cards are showing me such a clear picture of what is going on behind the scenes with this person. Let me just dive right in because this is important. Okay, so the first card I pull is the Eight of Wands, and immediately when I saw this card, I felt this rush of energy. The Eight of Wands is all about rapid movement, swift action, things happening quickly. But in the context of this reading, what I am seeing is that there has been this fast shift in your energy. Like you recently made some major changes in your life, Taurus. Maybe you set boundaries with someone. Maybe you walked away from a situation that was no longer serving you. Maybe you just woke up one day and decided you were done playing small, done being the person everyone expected you to be. And this shift happened fast. It was not a slow, gradual thing. It was like a switch flipped inside of you and suddenly you were operating on a completely different frequency. What is fascinating about the Eight of Wands here is that this rapid transformation in you has created this ripple effect in someone else's life. This person who used to have access to you, who used to be able to push your buttons, who used to be able to guilt trip you or manipulate you or make you feel like you owed them something. They are now scrambling because the old version of you is gone. That version of you who would tolerate their nonsense, who would bend over backwards to keep the peace, who would sacrifice your own needs to make them comfortable, that person does not exist anymore. And the Eight of Wands is showing me that this realization hit them hard and it hit them fast. They are in full panic mode right now because they are trying to figure out how to deal with this new version of you, and they are coming up empty. I am also getting with the Eight of Wands that there might be some frantic communication coming from this person or from people connected to them. Like they might be reaching out to mutual friends. They might be sending you messages trying to provoke a reaction. They might be spreading stories about you to try to make you look like the bad guy. The Eight of Wands can represent messages flying back and forth. And in this case, I feel like this person is in damage control mode. They are trying to regain some sense of control over the narrative because they have lost control over you. But here is the thing, Taurus. Their desperation is actually proof that you did the right thing. People do not scramble like this when they lose someone who did not matter to them. They scramble when they lose their power source. And you were their power source. Your energy, your attention, your willingness to tolerate their behavior, that was what kept them going. And now that you have cut that off, they are spiraling. The second card that came out is the Knight of Wands, and oh my goodness, Taurus, this card is SOU right now. The Knight of Wands is passionate, confident, bold, adventurous. This is someone who knows what they want, and they are not afraid to go after it. This is someone who has fire in their belly, and they are ready to take on the world. And I feel like this card is representing the energy you are stepping into right now. You are not tiptoeing around anymore. You are not asking for permission to be yourself. You are not shrinking to make other people comfortable. You are standing tall in your power, and you are moving forward with confidence and purpose. What I love about the Knight of Wands in this position is that this is someone who does not look back. Knights are always moving forward. They have a quest, they have a mission, they have somewhere to be. And I feel like you have reached this point in your life where you are so focused on your own path, your own goals, your own growth, that you simply do not have the time or energy to entertain people who want to drag you backwards. The old you might have stopped and tried to explain yourself, tried to make people understand why you needed to change, tried to get their approval or their blessing. But the Knight of Wands does not do that. The Knight of Wands says, this is who I am, this is where I'm going, and you can either support me or you can step aside. And this is absolutely killing the person who is struggling with your transformation. Because the Knight of Wands energy is so self-assured, so independent, so unapologetic. This person is used to you being uncertain, being dependent on their opinion, being apologetic for existing. And now you are showing up as this completely different person who does not need their validation anymore. You are not asking them what they think. You are not checking in with them before you make decisions. You are not giving them the power to make you second-guess yourself. And for someone who thrived on controlling you, this is their worst nightmare. They are watching you ride off into the sunset without them, and there is absolutely nothing they can do about it. The Knight of Wands cannot be controlled, cannot be tamed, cannot be held back. And you have fully embodied that energy now. Now, the third card is Strength and Taurus. When I tell you this card made me want to stand up and cheer for you, I mean it. Because strength is not about physical power or domination. Strength is about inner resilience, courage, grace under pressure, the ability to face challenges without losing your composure. The woman in the Strength card is gently closing the mouth of a lion. She is not fighting the lion. She is not running from the lion. She is calmly, confidently showing the lion that she is in control. And this is exactly what you have done with this person who is breaking down over your transformation. This person has probably roared at you many times in the past. They have probably tried to intimidate you, guilt you, make you feel small. And in the past, maybe it worked. Maybe you backed down. Maybe you apologized even when you did nothing wrong. Maybe you changed your behavior to avoid their anger or their disapproval. But the Strength card is telling me that you have found this incredible inner power that allows you to stand firm without being aggressive. You are not engaging in their drama. You are not trying to fight them or prove them wrong. You are simply holding your ground with quiet confidence. And that is more powerful than any argument or confrontation could ever be. What is really beautiful about the Strength card is that it represents mastery over your own impulses and emotions. It takes so much strength to not react when someone is trying to provoke you. It takes so much strength to stay calm when someone is trying to push your buttons. It takes so much strength to maintain your boundaries when someone is testing them constantly. And you are doing all of that right now, Taurus. This person is probably trying everything they can think of to get a reaction out of you, to pull you back into the old dynamic, to make you feel guilty for changing. But you are not taking the bait. You are staying centered in your own power. You are trusting yourself. And that is absolutely driving them crazy because they have no idea how to deal with someone who will not play their games anymore. The Strength card is also showing me that you have done the inner work to get to this point. This transformation did not happen overnight. You have probably been on a journey of self-discovery, healing, growth. You have probably had to face some uncomfortable truths about yourself and about the people in your life. You have probably had to grieve the loss of relationships and situations that you thought would last forever. But through all of that, you have emerged stronger, wiser, more aligned with who you truly are. And no one can take that away from you. The fourth card is the Five of Swords, and okay, this is where we get into what is actually happening with this person who is struggling with your transformation. The Five of Swords is a card of conflict, defeat, and honestly, dirty tactics. In traditional tarot imagery, you see someone holding swords with a smug expression while others walk away in defeat. But the thing about the Five of Swords is that the victory is hollow. It is a win-at-all-costs situation where someone might have gotten what they wanted in the moment, but they have damaged relationships and lost respect in the process. So, what I am seeing with the Five of Swords is that this person is in fighting mode right now. They're not accepting your transformation gracefully. They are not respecting your boundaries. They are not wishing you well and moving on. Instead, they are trying to win. They are trying to prove that you are wrong for changing. They are trying to make you look bad. They are trying to turn people against you. They might be using manipulation, guilt trips, playing the victim, spreading rumors. Whatever they think will work to bring you back down or to tarnish your reputation. But here is what the Five of Swords is really telling me, Taurus. This person is fighting a battle they have already lost. You are not engaging. You are not defending yourself in the way they want you to. You are not getting dragged into their drama. So even if they are out there trying to convince everyone that you are the villain in their story, it does not matter because you have already moved on. The people who truly know you and love you can see through their nonsense. And the people who believe their version of events were never really your people anyway. The Five of Swords can also indicate that this person is experiencing their own internal conflict and defeat. On the surface, they might be acting tough, acting like they are fine, acting like they do not care that you have changed. But internally, they are struggling because the truth is, they have lost something valuable and they know it. They have lost access to you. They have lost the power they had over you. They have lost the version of you that made them feel important or needed or in control. And no amount of external bravado can change the fact that they are dealing with a significant loss right now. The Five of Swords shows me that they might win some small battles in terms of looking good to others or getting sympathy or whatever. But they have fundamentally lost the war because you are no longer available to be manipulated or controlled. Now the fifth card is the Five of Pentacles, and this is very telling about what this person is actually experiencing, emotionally and spiritually. The Five of Pentacles is a card of hardship, feeling left out in the cold, experiencing lack and loss. In the traditional imagery, you see two figures walking through the snow past a church window with light glowing inside. They are cold, they are struggling, but they are walking right past a source of warmth and help because they cannot or will not see it. What this card is showing me is that this person feels absolutely devastated by your transformation. They feel abandoned. They feel rejected. They feel like they are out in the cold while you are inside living your best life. And in a way, that is exactly what is happening. You have stepped into your light. You have created a warm and beautiful life for yourself, and they are on the outside looking in now. But here is the key insight from the Five of Pentacles, Taurus. This person chose to be out in the cold. Just like the figures in the card who walk past the church, this person had opportunities to treat you with respect, to support your growth, to be a positive presence in your life. But they chose manipulation over authenticity. They chose control over connection. They chose their ego over genuine relationship. And now they are experiencing the natural consequences of those choices. The Five of Pentacles is also showing me that this person is in a state of spiritual poverty right now. They have lost touch with their own inner light because they were so focused on dimming yours. They have no idea who they are without someone to control or manipulate. Their sense of self was built on having power over you. And now that you have taken that power back, they are facing an identity crisis. Who are they if they are not the person who had you under their thumb? Who are they if they cannot make you do what they want? Who are they if their tactics do not work anymore? These are questions they are being forced to confront, and it is not pretty. I am also getting that the Five of Pentacles represents financial or material concerns that might be tied to your transformation. Maybe this person was financially dependent on you in some way, or maybe they benefited from your generosity or your willingness to help them out. And now that you have set boundaries, they are realizing just how much they were relying on you. Or maybe on a different level, they are experiencing poverty in terms of relationships and support. Maybe other people are starting to see through their behavior too. Maybe they are realizing that they do not have many authentic connections because they have treated everyone in their life as pawns to be manipulated rather than people to be valued. Either way, the Five of Pentacles shows me that they are in a very difficult place right now, and they are suffering. But Taurus, their suffering is not your responsibility to fix. They created this situation through their own choices. The final card I pulled is the Three of Wands, and I have to tell you, this card just fills me with so much hope and excitement for your future. The Three of Wands is about expansion, looking toward the horizon, seeing your plans and efforts starting to pay off. In the imagery of this card, you see a figure standing on a cliff looking out at ships in the distance. They have already put things in motion. They have already taken the initial steps. And now they are watching as their investments of time, energy, and faith are starting to bring returns. This is where you are right now, Taurus. You have done the hard work of transforming yourself. You have set the boundaries. You have walked away from what was not serving you. You have invested in your own growth and healing. And now you are at this beautiful point where you can start to see the fruits of all that effort. The Three of Wands is telling me that there are so many good things coming your way. New opportunities, new connections, new levels of success and fulfillment. You are standing at the edge of something really beautiful and you can feel it. You can sense that your life is about to expand in ways you might not have even imagined. What I love about the Three of Wands in this final position is that it shows you looking forward, not backward. You are not obsessing over the person who is breaking down because you changed. You are not consumed with guilt or worrying about them. You are focused on your horizon. You are focused on your journey. You are focused on where you are going. And that is exactly where your energy should be. The Three of Wands says that you have prepared well. You have made the right choices. And now it is time to trust the process and watch as everything unfolds in your favor. I'm also seeing with the Three of Wands that you might be collaborating with new people, exploring new ventures, or stepping into leadership roles. This card often represents partnerships and teamwork, but with people who are on your level, who respect you, who see you as an equal, not people who want to control you or diminish you. You are attracting a completely different caliber of people into your life now because you are vibrating at a high frequency. And these new connections are going to support your growth in ways that your old dynamics never could. The Three of Wands is also confirmation that you are on the right path, Taurus. Sometimes when we make big changes and people react badly, we can start to second-guess ourselves. We can wonder if maybe we were too harsh, if maybe we should give them another chance, if maybe we are being selfish for choosing ourselves. But the Three of Wands is Spirit's way of telling you that nitrogen monoxide, you did exactly what you needed to do. You are exactly where you need to be. And the universe has your back. Keep looking forward. Keep trusting yourself. Keep moving toward that beautiful horizon because incredible things are waiting for you there. So let me just recap what the cards showed us today. You have gone through this rapid transformation represented by the Eight of Wands. You have stepped into your power as the Knight of Wands. You are holding your boundaries with the grace and courage of strength. Meanwhile, someone who used to control you is fighting a losing battle, shown by the Five of Swords. They are experiencing hardship and feeling left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. But you are not looking back. You are looking forward to all the beautiful expansion and opportunities shown in the Three of Wands, Taurus. I just want you to know that if you are going through this right now, if someone in your life is having a breakdown because you became someone they could not control anymore, you are handling it perfectly. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Their discomfort with your growth is not your problem to solve. You do not need to make yourself smaller to make them feel better. You do not need to go back to who you were just to ease their pain. You did the right thing by choosing yourself. You did the right thing by setting boundaries. You did the right thing by walking away from dynamics that were unhealthy. And I know it might not always feel easy, but I promise you that on the other side of this, there is so much freedom, so much peace, so much joy waiting for you. Keep being the person you have worked so hard to become. Keep trusting your intuition. Keep protecting your energy. Keep moving forward. Because your best life is not behind you with people who wanted to control you. Your best life is ahead of you with people who celebrate you, support you, and love you for exactly who you are, sending you so much love and strength, Taurus. You have got this.